Welcome back to Boston. We were just talking real quick, but last time you were in town, you went to a Sox game.
That's right.
Any good plans this time besides your private event? What do you got going on in Boston?
You know, I have some limited time out here, but I want to step out. I know the shopping is elite in Boston, so maybe I'll catch a little bit of that.
You got a spot to go? Concepts, Newberry Street? Do you have like a go-to spot in Boston?
I'll probably hit Concepts. I'll explore. I'm open-minded. I don't have no agenda.
Just enjoying life.
Yeah.
One DM at a time. Whatever comes your way. That's fun.
That's funny.
Real quick, so in first class, you mentioned one of the toughest things about being Jack Harlow is limited time with the family.
Right.
That's something that's like huge to me.
Wow.
Talk about just how important family is to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you highlighting that. I mean, sometimes I'm just an ambitious person, so sometimes when I'm on this road and hitting spot after spot and chasing my dreams, the time adds up and you realize, haven't seen my parents in a while, or, haven't seen my little brother in a while, haven't been home. So I just was reflecting on that because, you want so much and this is the ultimate dream, but then you ask yourself, how much are you willing to miss?
Mm-hmm. It's so true, too. That's got to be something that grounds you, right? You're traveling the whole world, you're doing shows, but getting back to see mom and little bro and family, that got to keep you grounded.
Yeah.
And mom's the one that kind of got you into hip-hop back in the day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So talk about her influence on you with Tribe and all this kind of music that she pushed on you.
Yeah, she just had a love for it herself. When she was in college, she would go to Public Enemy concerts. I think she just was attracted to it the way I am, so she was putting it in my ears early. I remember her buying Late Registration on CD and me being in the car and her playing it and saying, listen, they're going to say some words in this CD you can't say,
repeat.
But enjoy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's chef's kiss hip-hop right there.
And then there's valuable lessons in that music, too. I mean, the lyrics might be one way that a child shouldn't hear, but there's still valuable lessons in those hip-hop lyrics.
Yeah, so I think some of those, I don't know, maybe the flow got ingrained in me early. I think that's always been my strength. I tried to sharpen a lot of things. My tone's gotten stronger, but like one thing I had early was that pocket.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it was just hearing it. I don't know.
And it's dope that you did start tours. The people now who see you on these massive tours, doing the radio run around, like this game started for you a grip ago.
Right. I mean, but even when I was 11, I had a flow. That's what's crazy. Like I used to get made fun of in school for rapping because there's prepubescent. Like my voice was really high. My voice was high, and I was rapping about like corny stuff, but I had a flow. I swear to God, I had a flow. Like you could ask anyone now. It wasn't as elite as it is now, but I had a flow. And
that's dope because like when you had it at a young age, but you built your base like in your hometown. So a lot of people always try and get that buzz and get big tomorrow.
100%.
Like talk about how important it was for you to own your high school, do all the high school shows, and then grow that, and then go to land and go on.
No, that's great you bringing that up because a lot of people, they get swept out to the major markets. Maybe they go to LA and they put all their eggs in the basket out there, and when you lose any steam out there, you're just hung out to dry.
Done, yeah.
Like I could proudly say I have a foundation where I'm from.
Yeah.
If we just for whatever reason weren't allowed to hit any of these major cities anymore, I could go home and like
crush it,
wield influence, and that's powerful and that's a big responsibility.
It's wild because when artists will hit me up for advice, whatever it is, it's kind of the same advice I'll give a business starting, right? Like own where you are and then expand. Don't expand before you own.
100%, bro.
So as you've blown up now, you got so much amazing stuff going on. Congrats.
Thank you.
One tough thing becomes, and you talk about this actually in another track, really like when you go back and your high school friends and these people that say certain things, but how do you keep your circle tight? That's got to be hard for somebody with you, and how does somebody get into that Jack Harlow circle?
I'm just lucky to have incredible friends, and there's been people that have been added to the circle over the years, but I don't know, I feel like I have a decent gauge for people's character. I can feel people's intentions, but I'm really happy to say that a lot of people I grew up with, but just started in this music with. I have a collective called Private Garden, and we're still going.
And that you started what, like 16, right? 15?
Yeah, I was like 17.
17.
Yeah. So just great friendships, and like one thing I've learned is you just have to nurture relationships. Mm-hmm. Like especially in the position I am, you have to check in. You have to make sure everybody's good. Like that's kind of like being in this leadership role. Part of your responsibility is nurturing all those relationships, and it's vice versa. There's something equal about it, but I know to hold us together, I gotta look out for everybody, and so it's on my mind because that's what keeps it fresh. I mean, I don't have any yes men in my circle. My guys give it to me straight. They tell me they tell me if something's corny or it could be better, this or that. So I'm really grateful to have that.
And that's a dope quality, right? Because a lot of people in your position, even like managers at a job, they can never take criticism. So
I mean, sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself resisting it. Sometimes when I'm getting that criticism from some of my homeboys, I'm like, you're just hating or this or that.
Yeah.
And then I have to reflect and realize, that's what you want. You want that honesty. But even me, sometimes I'm like, basically what I'm saying is I see how people in my position fall into the trap of surrounding yourself with yes men, because sometimes
the power, everyone wants that power.
yeah, but
Everybody's
and you just
bow
want to
down.
be comforted. You just want everyone to be like, yeah, you're great.
Yeah.
You're great every time. So, but it's what comes with it.
And you can never get better if you're always saying,
Yeah,
everybody around
you're
you saying
comfortable.
great.
Yeah. So, but we're hungry to get better.
Obviously, White Men Can't Jump, another dope thing. Outside music, everything's growing up together. You balled growing up. How hard is it getting ready for a movie like that? Like, are you still balling just to stay on point, or is it kind of like...
Yeah, I have a trainer and everything. I'm focused. I'm really focused. It's tough. The album's coming out at the same time. My life's never been like this. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's insane, but it's what we want. And I got advice from somebody I would call a mentor at this point to just do it. You can do both. It's possible. So we're gonna make it happen. But it's definitely an endeavor. It's been a lot to bounce from this to that, because it's an everyday thing for both, for music and this film. So, but I'm getting ready. It has to be right. I don't want to show up unprepared.
And it's like 2 full-time jobs. And you said life's never been like this. And for somebody who kind of sees it from the outside, right? They're like, one, obviously, like, the dude's killing the game. He's got everything going on. His life's perfect. It's amazing. But I'd like people to understand is everybody got stresses. So what's something that you stress out about? What's something like we woke up this morning or even this week or this month that you've kind of been on your mind? So people understand that, we all got stresses.
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's a tough one, too, so take a second.
No, yeah, I mean, everything surrounding this. I mean, I'm stressed about making sure that I'm on point for this movie. I want my album to be right. It's up for pre-order, but I'm still making tweaks, just trying to execute. I just know we're in a position that not a lot of people get, and I just don't want to fumble it. Mm-hmm. And I'm confident we won't. I'm confident with the right focus and execution, it's all going to go right. But, like, very few, people in general get this chance, but even artists, like, don't get this spot. This spot took work to get. This spot is highly coveted. Like, this exact lane, this spot, like, people know what's about to happen for us. And so we just want to play it right because it's high stakes, and there's just a lot of families that lives could be changed if we play this the right way. Yeah. We're already blessed. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's wonderful, but it could be insane if we do this right.
And you even said in first class, it was like the days where my mom goes, wow, this is my crib.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah, and it ain't just my mom, it's my 15 best friends' moms.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, I'm in a position now where I'm prospering and I'm in a good space and I don't have to worry about everything, but, like, I'm not gonna be satisfied till everyone around me feels how I feel. And that's part of the responsibility of the execution I'm talking about is, like, I can't play with this. Like, I can't let people play with our brand. Like, I can't. Like, we have to move correctly. We just have to be thorough right now because it's very fragile, and we're blessed. It's
really so cool. So one of the things I plan on talking about this, but how much you care about those around you. Like, not even just your family. You said your 15 high school best friends. You have a song with a voicemail at the end of it, and it's basically saying, "Yo, Jack, step back and look around you. Like look at everybody you're bringing together." One, is that your mom?
That's my mom.
Talk about, like, how that even came up, and because the world gets so fast, right? And you forget to stop and be like, "Yo, I'm at 3 radio stations today. I'm doing a show. I got a sponsorship."
Yeah.
Like, talk about how important that is.
That's what No, you're exactly right. Yeah, my mom just sends me videos. She knows that I can't always answer the phone every time. So she'll send me just her thoughts in the morning while she drives, just on a video. She'll send me 2 minutes of her talking. And she leaves me gems all the time, but that was just a gem. I was like, man, the world needs to hear this gem. But yeah, it's hard for me to be present sometimes. I'm still working on reminding myself of it because we're just chasing so much and I'm so hungry. And sometimes I got to remember that literally, like, the life I'm living right now is what I fantasized about when I was 16. I have everything I wanted. Right now, I have everything I wanted.
It's wild that you say this, right? Because I say all the time, people like, we're always living our dream. Right, and it's a wild statement to say. But when somebody was 16, right, their dream was just to get out of mom and dad's house. and then you got out of mom and dad's house, and you got an apartment.
always
That
want
was your
some
dream.
more. You always want some
but
more.
But then your dream was to get a crib, and then you got that crib, and now you live your dream again. But now your boy got a bigger crib. So like we forget to enjoy the moment. Like we forget to sit back and say, "Yo, when I was 16, I wanted everything right now."
Yeah, and it's something I want to work on because I'll be damned if I go through the rest of my 20s just focused on what else I could have.
Yeah.
Because I want to enjoy it.
That's dope. That's dope. Real quick, the album. I know you got here soon, but pumped for the album. Obviously, First Class is out. The dope thing about First Class was the morning it came out. Was at a gym. It was playing in there. I was like, "Oh, fire!" And I got in the car, and a station that's not my radio station was playing it. And I flipped stations. The other station was playing it, and I flipped our station. Like that's a dope thing. We'll talk about that real quick. Yeah.
You knew what time it was.
Yeah, I was like, wait, true story. I told my boss who runs every station in the country, I said, "Yo, I'll flip 3 stations, and every station playing Jack's song. Like, let's play more."
Yeah.
And they weren't my radio stations, to be completely honest.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, bro, it hasn't even been a week since the song came out, and it's like, we know what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what it is, so these aren't like super easy to come by, like these records that kind of just can change things. So I'm excited to have another one, and I'm hungry because there's some records on the album I think are just the same thing, if not bigger. So
I'm pumped for it. I know you got to roll too. I'm gonna do one last thing. Fergie's on that track with you, but you had a love for Fergie from day one, 5th grade, right? You couldn't even do. You want to perform her track, and they said it was too risque, right?
Yeah.
Talking about how dope it is now to be on a track with that Fergie did. That said okay to it. Will I am to it up to.
It's really not that sentimental of a thing, but honestly, if I really dove into it, it would probably bring tears in my eyes because it's crazy full circle, bro. Like
wild.
From my life,
5th grade.
No, but like, if anyone that knew me from 4th or 5th grade onwards, like knows I loved Fergie. Like, which is kind of bizarre to say, but it really isn't because, like, the music she was making was so classic, and she's just a legend. So, like, this just feels like the perfect full circle thing for me. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and like, it's one thing to get it done, but then for it to be this type of song,
yeah.
You know, the world's reacting the way they're reacting. It's just a huge full circle moment for sure.
Well, congrats, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're busy,
Great
man.
interview. Great interview.
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Word.
I've been throw up the sex in